Practices using both EARtrak and Fitting Wizard can take advantage of functionality in Fitting Wizard to streamline the EARtrak process. Hi, my name is Tracy Matthews and I'm the CEO of EARtrak. In this short video, I'll introduce you to the features of this functionality and help you to get started. To get started, you must set up a number of areas first, but it's okay, you only have to do these once. The first thing is to enter your EARtrak practice number. This is the number assigned to you by EARtrak. So, go to Setup and select Preferences. Select the Practice Details tab, enter your EARtrak practice number in the lower left corner, and remember to click on Save. Next, let's edit the survey cover and reminder letters. Again, go to Setup, but this time select Letter Templates. Click Open and navigate to the templates to be edited. EARtrak 1 and EARtrak 2 are the templates for the initial survey cover letter and for the reminder letter. They are an RTF or rich text format file, and by default they're stored in the same location as Fitting Wizard on your practices network. The information in the square parentheses are for the mail merge, so make sure that you don't make any changes to these areas. But go ahead and make any changes to the content of the letters, print them out on your letterhead, and then adjust the layout as necessary. You can adjust the margins by clicking on and dragging the dark grey edges as highlighted in the slide. Make sure that you click Save and then close the template. The next item to set up is your printer. So again, go to Setup and select Printer Setup. If your preferred printer isn't showing, click on Printer Select and then choose it from the drop-down list. And finally, let's set up the labels, which you're going to do again by going to Setup and then Page Setup. Choose the Label tab and then select your labels from the drop-down list. Here's a hint, most label packages include an Avery equivalent code, so look for this in the drop-down list. You can also select a different printer just for label printing by using the Select Printer option on this screen. Remember to save your changes. And that's all the setup that you need to do. Remember, we only need to go through these setup steps once. Congratulations! Now you're ready to send out your first batch of surveys. These are the steps that you'll need to follow each month to send surveys to the clients that you fitted 6 months ago. Start by clicking on Process and selecting EARtrak Quality Assurance. Fitting Wizard provides a wizard to step us through the process. Check that Initial Letter and Export File is selected and then click Next. On this screen, select the date period for the clients to be surveyed. Remember, Fitting Wizard is using the Date Fitted field for this action. Here's a tip. Click on the drop-down arrow and then click on either the month or the year to quickly navigate to your required date. Click Next. And click Next again. Now click on the Count button so that Fitting Wizard can calculate how many letters will be included in your mail merge. This is a good time to make sure that you've loaded letterhead into your printer. As you can see, I'm printing just 5 letters in this example. Now click on the Print button. An option to reprint the initial letters comes up after you've clicked on Print. Once you're satisfied with your printed letters, click Next. Now is the time to print the labels that you will attach to the front of each survey and to your envelopes. So make sure that you have loaded your mailing labels into your printer and click Print. Note that you can only print the labels after you have printed your initial letters. Now click Next. This is an important step which will create the client data file that you need to send to EARtrak. So click on Create File. Take a note of the file location. In this demo, it's on my C drive, but in your practice it will most likely be on your server. Also take a note of the file name. Here it's called demo_AUD/000-001.csv. A CSV is a type of spreadsheet. You can open this spreadsheet and you'll see that it includes the client ID number that Fitting Wizard has assigned to each client, along with the client data collected by EARtrak. There's no data in this spreadsheet which enables EARtrak to identify your clients, so their confidentiality is maintained. Now, before you go any further, you need to email that CSV file to EARtrak. So open up a new email, address it to outcomes@eartrak.com and attach the CSV file. Now go back to Fitting Wizard and click Next, where you'll see that wonderful message, Process Completed. What next? Well, now you need to use the sticky labels that you've printed. The first set of labels, which start with the word EARtrak and are followed by a string of numbers, go onto the cover of the survey booklet where it says practice number and client number. The second corresponding label goes onto an envelope. Now, making sure to keep your labelled surveys, labelled envelopes and cover letters properly grouped, place each cover letter into its matching labelled envelope along with the matching copy of the EARtrak survey plus a reply paid envelope and post them out to your clients. Every 2 weeks, EARtrak will email you a progress report which tells you the client ID numbers of the client data that we've received. Remember, this is the CSV file that you've emailed to us. Plus, we'll tell you the ID numbers of the clients who have returned their surveys to EARtrak. You now use this information to update Fitting Wizard and send out reminder letters to non-respondents. So go ahead and open up Fitting Wizard, click on Process and select EARtrak Quality Assurance. Click the radio button to select Mark Non-Respondents and then click Next. Fitting Wizard automatically assigns a batch number each time you send out initial letters. The last batch number will show as highlighted. Click the Next button. Now, check the box of the client ID numbers who have not returned their surveys. Note that you have to double-click to select these check boxes. Click Next. Fitting Wizard now returns you to the EARtrak Quality Assurance screen where follow-up letter is checked. Click on the Next button. Check that Fitting Wizard has selected the correct batch number and click Next. Then Next again, followed by Count and Print, just like you did for printing the initial letters. Do the same as before to print your labels and then you will see that most welcome of messages, Process Completed. Attach the sticky labels to your envelopes and surveys and post the reminders to your clients. We find that practices which follow these steps typically achieve a survey return rate of about 70%. And that's all there is to using Fitting Wizard to manage your EARtrak quality assurance process. Still need some help? That's okay. Go to the Help menu on Fitting Wizard or get in touch with us here at EARtrak.